What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Matt Marshall. Welcome to the EPB Watch Party.
Precious.
What's up, people? Impromptu stream. We are here with the homie Annie. She's on her way home. We're actually kind of sad about it, but we won't talk about it. We're streaming right now. Inter Miami versus PSG, the best in Europe versus an MLS team with a lot of big names on it. Let's see how MLS does. We're going to go live on Instagram, everything. Here we go. Miami in that block, that super low block. Miami have already tasted one glorious day in this stadium with the victory over Porto, including right. This is not Atlanta.
This is Atlanta.
How is this Atlanta? When did they beat Porto in Atlanta? I don't remember. What a game. You're right. It isn't Atlanta. I can see that. What a game. It's my home. PSG have enjoyed 73% possession in this tournament.
I mean, yeah, if you're Miami, you just sit, right?
You just sit.
Just go on then. Go on then.
You sit and wait for them to break out, but yeah, I don't see much breaking happen.
Here we go.
I do hope this kind of gives the understanding that if you're a pro, you're a pro. Like, this is not some new. But it's this. God. This is like the counter attack. Look how far Hakimi is up the field. Charters, what's happening? Yo, what's up, y'all? We are watching Inter Miami versus PSG. Hold on, let me get the scoreboard up. Tripping. What's up? The Charters account still doesn't work. Man, I don't know what you did. Inter Miami is trying not to get embarrassed 10-0.
Here we go. Oh, shit.
Golazo.
Oh.
Yikes. Yikes. It's going to be one of them days.
Oh.
He was phenomenal in the first 45 minutes against Al-Ali. Single-handedly, probably repelling 4 or 5 fantastic opportunities from the Egyptian side. A remarkable clean sheet that was, right back the very first game of this club.
Oh, no.
What's up, y'all? 356, 7, 8, 9. Oh, let me get the scoreboard up. Didn't I say that? Boom, scoreboard's up for y'all. They're just like walking through.
What? It's their kind. It looks like cones out there.
Cone drill. I can't be here for long today. I'm on holiday. Yo, happy holiday, St. Mirren. I was just so much of a chill guy and it stopped working. Were you on holiday, Charted? What's up? We're going to go live on IG too. We're going to let everybody else know we're here. Let the world know. These are the champions. Charted. Oh my God. 1-0
5 minutes.
in 5 minutes. This might be a murder. I might have started the stream to witness a murder.
Oh no.
A simple set piece.
Oh no.
The guy's camping offside. They go far post. Oh my God, it's too easy.
So easy.
It's too easy.
That?
Who marked him?
No.
Oh,
Nobody.
no.
Nobody.
Oh no. Nobody indeed. Nobody.
No marking.
These are the champions. I'll give you a hint. It's in Europe. You're in Marbella. Are you in Marbella? Is that where we are? Let us know. We're going to go live on IG real quick. Wow, and they're back? Okay.
An early lapse from Miami, an early goal for PSG. Many of you will have seen.
I mean, early goals, you know, they can go either way.
It could definitely go either way. You're right. This could be, you know.
They could sit back then, take a turn, or it's a slaughter.
55-year-old head coach surveys a scene out there that will make him very satisfied so far. Remember, they'd already had the chance from Barca.
It could either be 10-0 or it could end up being 2-1 Miami. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Or like, exactly.
Which is the sixth goal for him on the season. Inter Miami would have tried to replicate the blueprint that we saw from Botafogo 7 or so days ago out at the Rose.
This ain't Botafogo, Miami. What y'all mean? Replicate. Completely different teams.
The future.
The future. Desiree. They got too much future on their team, though. I'm not going to lie.
Is that possible?
You said it's an island. You're in Ibiza. You're in Ibiza, Charted. That's the guess. Charted, you got edits? What's up? Where's the Club World Cup edit? That's what we're looking for. These are the champions. Y'all, this is Annie. She's a soccer aficionado. She knows what we're doing here.
Here we go.
This is game over. They're just playing with them already. This is game over.
This
This is only going to be one half.
This is passing drills.
This is passing drills. That's all this is.
Oh, I know, baby.
You.
It's gonna be hard to watch.
It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a murder, to be honest. Boo boo. Andrew Julian, it's lit. What's up, bro? What's up? Okay, now I can set this here and I can see both.
By the way, the simplistic patterns of play out of the back, there's a reason why
Yeah.
Pacho, top 5 touches.
Deep 123. St. Mirren is not in Europe. Brexit, baby. Yikes. You said close, not Ibiza. Are you in Spain, Charted? It's been out for over a week. The new intro. Did you tag me in the new intro? Let me see. Did you say it didn't look packed in there? It looks packed on camera.
It does now.
They were all in the
Guinness,
bathroom.
Yeah.
As the game
And
started.
I was expecting every seat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're not there
Like
yet.
lit.
I mean, Atlanta's
Lit.
also huge. It's also tough to pack that stadium out like that.
But now it looks like.
The 25-year-old, who I think has been phenomenal on that right-hand side for
Oh my God. Lots of.
mentality, but also gives you an option going forward.
Yeah, right.
Grab the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit.
So soft. Okay,
So soft.
we got it.
Which delay. A delay that probably suits Miami as we hit 10 minutes on the clock. They trail with the early goal from Jean Neves.
And Ella Toon has scored against Jamaica.
Any team who concedes first against PSG.
That game is going on right now?
And PSG score the first goal of the game is only been beaten twice. So they've won 37 times where they've scored first. They've drawn 3, just 2 defeats.
Yeah, I think it does go all the way back to January 29th, and there's the 4-1 win at Stuttgart in the 8th and final match day of the group stage. And that 3 points was an important 3 points because it put them on 13 points and 15 points.
These are the champions.
Definitely was that run to the Champions League final, which we saw one of the most dominant performances in recent times in Munich against Inter.
Bro.
These early moments now becoming a little bit of a survival mode to stay in the game
Oh,
for
God.
at the other end of the field.
Why does the quality look so bad? Is that just... Like, the zone is slowly putting its free game quality
Yeah. It's not
further
great.
down.
Can't even tell the numbers.
Right. But it's on TNT, so it shouldn't be bad quality.
Is this TNT?
Yeah.
I think we sometimes do it
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Carpy, what's happening, bro? Bro, say my name, Carpy, for my edit, please. Man says, say my name. Easy now. But for sure. What's up, Carpy? Welcome. I think this is the first time we've seen you in the chat. Make sure you hit that subscribe, and we'll say your name again. Pause. 46 souls in here. What's up, y'all? If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We right here, youtube.com/@eatprayball. Click the bell, too, so you know when we're going live for these random impromptu slaughters. This looked like a training exercise. Look at Messi.
It does. I mean,
We know Messi not playing no defense.
no.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Speed. Speed only. These are the champions.
PSG.
Bro.
That is just ridiculous.
Yeah. An easy goal.
It's too easy. It'll be a goal all day.
Well-timed run without any pressure or recognition of responsibility from Inter.
All right, here we go. We're almost crossing the half.
His starting point, and most importantly, his finishing.
Suarez just looks so hurt all the time now. It just hurts my feelings. Like, is your back okay, bro?
How old is he now?
Suarez? He's got to be only like 34.
No way.
Hey, Google, how old is Luis Suarez?
That's
38.
what that
Okay,
guy was like,
okay,
come on,
okay.
he's not
I mean,
he's not the same age as me.
he's the same age. He's damn near the same age as me.
Yeah, see?
I'm not going to be waddling around the field like that. He's probably still more effective than I am on the field. But, ooh,
Oh.
never mind. Never mind.
Oh,
We just saw the charter.
it's your boy.
You think you know how to fix your charter account? Okay. Hey, Ron, on Instagram. What go on, brother? What's happening? We're watching a little, best team in Europe versus the team with the best PR in the MLS. See what this team can do. This would be a huge win for Miami. This would be a huge win no. I don't think the win for Miami would be as big as the loss for PSG. I think that's kind of how I'm going to posit this. Like, even if Miami were to beat PSG, this is not like a big thing for the MLS. This just means PSG.
But it could
Shit
start
the
to
bed.
be.
It could start to be.
It's not a big thing. 'Cause we
Paul
got
Rogers
no
said
history.
Suarez is 38. We must be on delay, Paul. Yeah, old man things. Charters, I'm going to YouTube right now just to see if I can see your tags
First corner. Score from the last set piece.
video because I can't find it.
Got their marking sorted this time. And look forward to conceding another in the stage.
Oh, is it on St. Mirren stuff or is it on Charters on holiday?
Doing to deliver. And, well, I'm not to the back.
There's no
It's
way that's a
beyond
goal.
Offsides, right? Yeah, it's like.
Oh my
by a
God.
mile.
It was so slow. It looks pretty packed in Atlanta. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it does. I mean, I'm not super surprised.
He's not crazy offside though either.
What?
They just all turned around. I mean, he's maybe a foot offside, but it's not crazy. It's like for no defender to know. Like no defender raised their hand immediately. They just kind of turned around and they were like, "What?"
Thank goodness.
Chartich, if I knew how to give your account mod, I might be able to figure out how to figure out your Chartich account. How do I give your account mod, brother? I do not know that one. We're still working on our streaming capabilities. Hey, Aaron says, I need PSG to have some damn pride and not lose this game. I don't think we're in any danger of that. Yeah. I need that UCL tenacity. I don't think Miami's providing enough opposition to give you any tenacity, to be honest. Miami is literally like, they're not even in a low block. They're just
yogging around.
They're just yogging. Charters, I don't even see your where your edit is that you tagged me in. What's it called? But see, PSG are.
Look at this.
Man.
Look at this. Look at child's play.
PSG are kind of more of a counter-attacking team than anything, so they might just struggle by virtue of they don't know how to score unless they're taking the ball off of somebody. It's not true. They clearly scored on the set piece. Okay, 2 feet. 2 feet outside. 2 feet outside.
And think about where the goal is. Like, it's not like you have that much more space to be
Nah.
more offsides. You're pretty much on the end line. Oh, here we go.
And somebody is hamstringed out of this one.
He's like,
I'm a bow on out of
I'm
this.
out of this. I'm out of
Hakimi
this.
is too fast. What's up, Wyatt? Welcome, big dog. Wyatt's in the building. What's up? We're big chilling. My girl Annie, special guest, watching the most hyped team in MLS versus the best team in Europe currently. Wyatt's in the building. Paul Rogers, 3-1 PSG before this game to win. Easy money. To win the tournament? 3-1. That is good money. But I don't know. There are a lot of good teams in this. There are a lot of motivated teams. Should PSG just walk away with this tournament?
Stretcher?
Does he need a stretcher?
Stretched off.
AA Ron said, fair, but this Inter Miami Messi MLS script is strong these days. That's wild. You're right. The writers at FIFA are really turning this on, but again, I don't know.
He's done. The dude's done.
Guy is done. Mohammed Hassan, my favorite Chelsea fan in the building. What's up, big dog? What'd you feel about that win yesterday? It was unnecessarily long, but a win is a win. Wyatt Snipe says Barca. What's wrong with Barca? What's the latest, Wyatt? Other than they're just not in this tournament. It should have been Barca. Yo, Barca's got to win a Champions League within a decade. That's all they had to do. Like, come on now. I don't want to hear no Barca tears. Aaron says Wyatt's parlay is going to hit like crack. He said that on Instagram, y'all. I wish I could highlight that comment.
Look at that.
Oh, man.
Man, Messi's never going to get the ball.
I don't think Messi will touch the ball this game.
Like
Jesus.
At
Jesus.
some point he's going to get frustrated. right? And try and go get it.
Who, Messi?
Yeah.
No, that's not
I
his game.
can't imagine him just not touching it the entire
He would just walk around.
game.
That was him trying to go get it.
Yes.
That was Mendez running away from Messi. Did y'all just see how Mendez just ran away from Messi casually? Like, there's gonna be no legitimate press in this game from Miami. You can't have both. You can't have athletes and former superstars with good enough touches to be clinical in front of goal. You either have one or the other. Wyatt Snipe says, we're going to win everything. St. Mirren, I got to go. I'll be right back. Definitely, brother. We're here. We're here for at least a half. I can tell you that. If it goes crazy. If it's 5-0 at halftime, we're going to go ahead and exit the stream, and we'll be back for we'll be back for Bayern versus
Here we go.
Here's a wow top of the box, Hakimi.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
they're playing that good football. PSG again, not much opposition. What the hell? This will end up 3 or 4-0. That's it, Paul?
Oh. Dang it. Wow.
Wow.
What?
Paul Rogers, he's trying to talk shit. Chelsea couldn't win a balloon out of a McDonald's. Yeah, well, Chelsea's into the what are we in, the quarterfinals or the semis now? Is this the quarters?
No.
Where are they? Chelsea's on to the next round, so I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that chat. Where is your squad, Paul? Where's Liverpool? That's all I'm saying. Champions League within the last 5 years. That's all we're looking for. Those are the teams that qualify. You don't qualify for winning a Prem. Good job, though. Gabriel Ocho has joined on Instagram. What's up, brother? Wyatt Snipe says we're gonna be good for club, so FIFA's gonna put us in the national competitions all over the world, and we'll win. What's my favorite team? Who? Wyatt's? You can't. I mean, not Wyatt's. Paul's. You can't see Paul's Liverpool crest right there, Wyatt. Rusherm says, Rusherm over from Instagram. What's up, Aaron? Says, how do I feel about Chelsea's game? Also, why do I keep talking about former Chelsea players? Mikel is flipping a coin, I swear. I don't know what you mean about the former Chelsea players. All I hear Mikel talking about is Victor Osimhen, who I'm always talking about too. I want the man on the field for us, but we'll see. As we see Hakimi come, this is where PSG is super dangerous, picking the ball up. Let me answer. How did I feel about Chelsea's game? Chelsea's game was okay. I think Maresca still is just kind of playing around with the lineup, trying to figure out what works. He put Cole Palmer on the left. Never want to see that again, ever. And Enzo in the 10. Enzo's clearly not a 10 for our team. I told y'all, the folks who know me all season, I'm not a huge fan of Enzo Fernandez. I think he's done really well within the last 6 months. But I do think at this team's best, he really is luxury player. He doesn't fit. And we already have a luxury player in Cole Palmer who does fit and who we need to build the team around. So just trying to figure that out. I think instead of putting Cole on the left and Enzo in the cam.
Woo! Wow.
I think Cole Palmer always needs to be in that number 10 position, always. And we need to put Noni Madueke. We need to put some real wingers out there. Noni. Shoot, I want to see Tyreek George get some more run. I like Liam Delap, though. I'm starting to like him. I'm not going to lie. I still want Victor Osimhen, but I'm starting to like him. So that's my long-winded review of Chelsea. Hold on. Ooh, man. Camera down. Premier League win. Good job. Liverpool are European royalty. Man. Where's any cup for y'all besides the Prem, says Wyatt. I mean, we can't trash Liverpool for too much. I mean, they did run away with the Prem, but don't forget, I'm sure Paul was saying it too at the beginning of the season. They were talking about the quadruple. We know Liverpool didn't win that. Liverpool should swap Nunez for Osimhen. Great player. I'm not sure if Napoli still owns Osimhen. I think they actually got rid of him to Galatasaray, and now it's up to Galatasaray. No. I'm tripping. He is on loan. He's on loan, and now he's back at Napoli, and Napoli's trying to fire sell him because they got enough players. Bruce Sherm says, we keep bringing in former Blues to Arsenal. That's on y'all, bro. Y'all love you saw the little Instagram post I made where it was the guy throwing the garbage in the garbage truck perfectly. I do not know. Willian, Kai Havertz, now Kepa. You got Raheem Sterling from us. Y'all love a Chelsea player.
Inter Miami cannot afford to turn the ball over.
Wyatt showing love. Paul doesn't like Chelsea. It is 9:30. Call it. I will also say that it runs every hour, so your ticket will transfer. It's not like you have to buy a new ticket if you miss anything. Yeah.
This is where you are for. I say it out loud.
Yeah. Good call, though. Yeah. Yeah, he's on loan, Paul. Yeah, Osimhen's destined to come to Chelsea, and it just doesn't make sense that we don't want him. I don't know why Mendes took that shot. Mason Mount, born in blue, died in red. Facts. Kamal Dobb, what's up, bro? Welcome. Glad. I love when new ballers in the chat say something and just say what's up. Real Madrid fan here. Welcome, bro. We don't talk a lot of bad stuff about Real Madrid here. I'm pretty much a Real Madrid fan.
Look at that.
Possession, which that possession doesn't even seem crazy. 68% in favor of PSG right now to Miami. But Miami's only down 1-0. Oh my God. This is a training exercise. Come on, make sure you subscribe, brother. We do a lot of live stream watch parties. Here we go. Is that Comanche? No, Allende. And all he can do is cross. Oh! If Miami get a shot on target, this should be a drinking game. LKCCD1, what's up, brother? Is he a Geordie boy? Newcastle United are coming, boys. Geordie boy in the chat. Welcome, bro. I got a lot of love for the Geordies, as y'all have seen maybe on my vlog when I went to Newcastle. Man, that was over a year ago. That was Newcastle versus PSG in the Champions League with Messi and Mbappe. Actually, no, Messi left the team already. Whoa!
Oh my
Krava. One step over. Faris Fatah, what's up, bro? Welcome. New ballers in the chat. New ballers alert. Welcome. Come on, Ronaldo. Yeah. We're going to be saying that next year in the World Cup. Did y'all hear about CR7 returning to Europe? Wyatt? No, we did not. We actually heard about CR7 signing the most ridiculous contract on earth for Al Nassr. He is re-signed for Al Nassr. He's getting $400 million over the course of 2 years. He's also getting $5 million towards private jet funds. He's getting, hold on, let me pull up everything he's getting because it's nuts. Cristiano's contract. I meant to post it to Instagram. I just forgot it at some point. Where is it? What the hell? What the hell, Yante? Let me see. Here it is. Check this out. He gets, you hear the Arab money? We get an Arab money. This is the Arab money Cristiano's getting in his new contract. Check this out. $244 million a year. 15% ownership of Al Nassr, which is $45 million. $110,000 per goal. Right, 110. They should. If I could get $110 per every Sunday league goal I scored. There are bush leagues where they'll pay you for they bring you to the playoffs and they'll pay you, but I don't think I've ever made $100. I've made like 60 for a goal. Yeah, right. You wanna make some money playing in non-league? Come out to LA. It's a good time. He gets $55,000 per assist. He gets 11 million for a title. 5.5 million to win the Golden Boot, which we know that's an easy 5.5 in his pocket. 8.9 million to win the Asian
Here we
Cup.
go.
That's the AFC League. That's the reason Al Hilal is here in the Club World Cup. Wow, bad pass. He gets 16 full-time employees to work under him. Like Ronaldo's new contract is insane. 5.5 million in private jets. Poor puppy. I gotta get one of those stairs so she can.
Okay, this guy's nice.
Uber's here. 8.24 in guaranteed sponsorship. 8.24 million? Oh no, $82,000 in guaranteed sponsorship.
It's like pocket change. Right
Over
there.
2 years. Like, let me change your life. That's what he's on. Ronaldo's 1-2 year contract. Woo! Oh, Fabian Ruiz. We're seeing some good ball from PSG. That's a hard shot. Yeah, he should have taken a touch for sure. Had he taken a touch, he would have had the opportunity to line up and shoot or pass if the.
And you can see the idea. He's trying to curl it with his left foot, just over the right.
Yeah, that's not bad. Actually, could have gone in.
in.
CR7 texted me and told me he's gonna play for Chelsea. Let's go. I would rather honestly Pogba come play for Chelsea at this point.
All right, baby.
Max
Time.
Quiroga. Is Uber here? Y'all, we gotta send off Annie in style. She came to hang. She came up from San Diego. We've been big chilling in LA. Nothing crazy. Watching a lot of soccer. It's the summer of soccer. We love it. Every summer is the summer of soccer. Max Quiroga said, "Yo ho, score. Miami loser. PSG will win." Hey, we never know. 30 minutes in, it's only 1-0. Bruh, I might have to pin this comment. Here, we're gonna get up. Oops, whoa. Here, chat. We're gonna see the homie out. What the hell? What the hell? I gotta also show you this poster my homeboy gave me. Super fire, y'all. It's all the teams in Europe. Maybe not all the teams. I don't know. Thank you so much for coming.
This has been live.
Say peace out to the chat.
Live. Peace out, chat.
We did everything except for play. That was the one thing we're supposed to do,
Or
is
go out.
hop on the field or go out. We didn't go out either.
That's live.
But I blame you for that, honestly.
Yeah.
Let me blame you.
Yeah. All right.
Have fun back at family reunion in San Diego.
Don't forget the third.
The 3rd, we got a game. And your birthday. Oh my God, I'm wildin'. Happy early birthday. Peace. Let me know if you missed the train. I mean, there's not much I can do about it. But... Peace. That's the homie. She is an absolute baller. Justice for Ghana. Facts. Let's see. This is what we're watching here. We're just watching PSG with nothing but possession, yo. What the hell? Rusharm, she's an absolute baller. Played pro for a little bit. Was in the U.S. system. I met her at the Women's World Cup. That's where I met her. And we've just stayed tight. She's always hitting me online and everything, and super cool person. Out of D.C. She works in D.C. So she works in management for I think it's called PBA. Whatever's over there in Tinleytown, whatever the posh youth soccer club is over there. So you would actually know her well, man. I might actually have to connect you guys because she does coaching and stuff too. First of all, let's see this amazing ball. Wow. Off the line for Nuno Mendes. Wyatt's predicting a Palmeiras Man City final. Man City hasn't really impressed me, bro. Honestly, Man City's obviously they ran away with their most recent game, but not so impressed. Rusharm is spitting those unavoidable facts about Luis Suarez, man. Ever since he abused Patrice Evra. Me as a Chelsea fan, I'm not a big fan of Suarez either. I'm not gonna lie. biting, all that just, you know, he's a competitor. It made me bring up a really interesting debate, and I might have to throw a poll up to see what you guys think. But serious question here. You know what? I'm gonna make a poll because I really think it's that serious of a question. But if you guys want to tap in right now and let me know what you think, Karim Benzema or Luis Suarez? What player would you rather have? What career would you rather have? Karim Benzema. Let's do career, actually. What career would you rather have? Benzema or Suarez? Because that one's tough. Lancelot's in the building. What's up, brother? Boa tarde, my brother. I mean, boa tarde, irmão. We're here. My Brazilians are represented in the chat. Forte abraço, my boy. Wyatt Snipes, Visca Barca, Tinley Town. I must be on delay, y'all, because you guys are giving me comments well after. Oh, no, I'm not on delay because TK is already on it. KB Nueve, he says. All right, let me throw up this poll because I'm really interested in seeing what you guys think. What the heliante? Let's see.
Two former teammates.
What the hell? LKCCD1. You saw the PSG Newcastle. Hey, brother, I appreciate it. A lot of people got a little salty about my little story about meeting the girl who called me Arab. It didn't mean anything towards y'all. Geordies are honestly some of the best people I've ever, you know, when you just go to a town and you just feel love, especially from a smaller town too, I really fuck with it. So Geordies are always top of my heart. Whose career is better? Karim Benzema or Suarez?
Also, some of these bumps that have been happening off the ball.
Well, Chilwell will know he was in for a game this afternoon. Kvaratskhelia has.
All right, polls up, y'all. I'm gonna see what you guys think because I'm curious. Suarez was a monster. He beat you on his own. Can't lie about that. Suarez, Paul, you'll probably tell me something a little biased, but I'm curious what you think. Like, which version of Suarez was the best? Liverpool or Barcelona Suarez? Because Suarez at Liverpool was nasty. Ryan Hyen, what's happening? Ryan Hyen, I'm seeing your comment before. Oh, yeah, before I'm seeing it in my chat. Ryan Hyen said hi. What's up, brother? Joan Garcia. Suarez was better. St. Mirren stuff. He's back. Strike is back in the building. What's up, bro? Ellis says you think the match will be a draw. PSG have dominated all games. Sometimes you get tired if you don't score. So if Miami can keep it 1-0 until about the 85th minute and then really just turn up for 5 minutes and try to figure out how to find a goal, you might be right. Take it to extra time.
There's a gray area somewhere in here, and the referee, I think, is doing a great job allowing the game.
The boy Rusherm said Benzema for sure. Only downside to Benz's career was France. Facts. Deschamps, Valbuena. Also, Ben sadly was at Madrid during CR7's prime. I don't think that was sadly. I think that adds to Benzema's. Oh! PSG picked them apart. They're going to try to call offside, but that was a goal. That was an absolute goal, y'all. It's going to be tough for Miami now. Now it's going to be cruising. Facts, M. Wild. And what a goal it was. Paul Rogers says, Ben's great player. Suarez at Liverpool, Barca was genius. Yeah, I don't know. Like, one for Ben's basically during the CR7 era. No, I think Ben's showed us what a true creative number 9 was, especially in an era where 9s were no longer that thing. It was all about these wing playing forwards, right? The Messis, the Cristianos, the Hazards, the Neymars, Like we lost the art of the true number 9. And Benzema kind of brought us into the modern era of number 9, which is, yeah, I'm going to facilitate. And then when there's nobody to facilitate to, I'm going to take over myself. That's why he's got Ballon d'Or. My thing is Ballon d'Or. Well, and if you guys, for the folks who follow me and know me, you know I don't really mess with the Ballon d'Or. I just think it's a fake award. But I do think Benzema, of all people, deserved it the year he won it. And that kind of changes his career, in my opinion. Strike as Broke says, it's about to be 5-0, just like the Champions League final. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was about to say Miami looked exactly like how Inter looked, but I think Inter did a little bit better. Inter had probably a shot on goal by this point. But look, Miami's trying to get up the field, which I think is going to make it worse for them.
One thing that still holds, as we see the referee's view of that goal, is that Miami still need the halftime whistle pretty quickly.
Wow. Picking them apart. LKCCD1 says this game is like a training session. Facts.
That's a giveaway, and this is Messi. First time he's really having a dangerous.
And Messi gives the ball away. Mendez about to lock Messi up. We knew that was happening. Suarez could nutmeg a mermaid. That is hilarious. That was Suarez's biggest move. Like, Suarez was Mr. I'm going to poke it through your legs. Wyatt is out of here. I'll be back later. See you. Nice day. Wyatt, definitely. Appreciate you popping in. Hey, we're going to be back here for Bayern. Bayern plays in the Club World Cup game versus, tripping, I don't even know who they're playing, versus Flamengo. So my Brazilians, hopefully Keys pops up. I think that'll be a good game. We're going to be streaming today. I got a men's league game today at 5. So I'm big chilling until then. I'm going to keep you guys on me. He was a pure number 9, a proper striker. Who's that, LKCC? Are you talking about Suarez? Are you talking about Benzema? Rusharm said, by the way, I'm moving to the West Coast end of the year. Gonna have to link. Absolutely, brother. Come link. Where are you moving to? You going north side? You going to San Francisco Bay Area? Or are you going to, you coming down here, Southern California? I don't recognize anything else in the middle. Or are you going up to like Portland, Oregon or something like that? Let me know. Deep123 said Suarez could bite the ears off of a mermaid. Both are true. Both can be true. Yo, the way Mendez runs down this line is nuts. Facts. I think Benzema gave us what a true number 9 in the modern era should look like. I think Suarez kind of straddled. Again, this is not to diminish Suarez. You know, everybody knows his impact on both those legendary Barcelona teams, right? The 2015. That might be my next poll. Which Barcelona team did you like more? 2015 with MSN, Rakitic, and Busquets in them, or the original OG Tiki Taka team and the 2009, 2010, 2011. I think it was 2011 they won the Champions League. That Barcelona team with David Villa, Messi. I want to say Alexis Sanchez was on the squad. Pedro was on the squad. Obviously, Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, them boys. Which team did you like better? This is a sparring for PSG. Facts. I can't even call it a sparring as much as this is a warm-up. This is not even a deep stretch. They're literally out here for photos. But I mean, we kind of expected this too, right? Like, this is no knock to Miami. Miami beating Botafogo was all they needed to do. But this, I just want you guys to pay attention to Messi and how he's just kind of walking. I wonder how he feels. I think it's very rare that he's on a team where you just have, oh my God, and an own goal. Yikes. This is looking like it's going to get real nasty. 3-0. Yes, sir. Rusharm, I see you. Definitely pull up. You're gonna have to make some Nike connects too, so you can bring me up to Portland. Even though isn't Nike in Eugene? Or no, maybe the University of Oregon's in Eugene and Nike's in Portland. I don't know. But welcome, bro. That sounds like a great move. Moving for coaching too, moving across coast. I love it. 3-0 says Andrew Havron. Welcome, big dog. If you haven't subscribed, again, everybody in this chat, I know y'all all haven't subscribed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We love doing these watch parties. We do them often. And we got a summer of soccer. And don't you worry. I don't know how many women's game fans there are in here, but Women's Euro, which turned up 4 years ago, is back in 2 days, in a week, I think. That's going to be fun, too. We got soccer to watch all summer long. We're going to be throwing a 4th of July party. Hopefully there's a game on so we can do kind of the same thing we did for the Champions League final party, all that stuff. Luis Suarez let himself down with all the biting. I don't know, man. I feel like it was a part of his nature. Like Mike Tyson, you know? Mike Tyson always needed to bite something too. You know, sometimes that just gives you your competitive edge. I would say more so than him letting himself down, I would say that. And honestly, he got lucky. Like, none of the biting put a stain on his career at all. I think there's other players who could probably not get away with it as much as Suarez did. And that's kind of a credit to how good he was. Paul Rogers said, PSG is too strong for everyone in this tournament. I mean, don't forget, PSG lost to, it wasn't Palmeiras. Which team did PSG lose to? I've forgotten already. There's been so much football going on. They lost to Botafogo. Wait, is that right? They lost to Botafogo and Botafogo lost to Miami? What the hell? No, Miami beat Porto. I'm tripping. That's right. PSG lost to Bota. Miami beat Porto. I don't know where I was for a second. Same here and stuff is that I have so many edits for you to watch right now. I'll leave it after halftime for dinner. I'll be back for the Bayern game. Okay, bet. Where's the live? T, what's up, T? Make sure you subscribe. You're going to catch this live. LK, the horse. Luis Suarez, the horse. I need the France women's team to get their lick back on Spain. Bro, I'm not going to lie. The Spanish women's team, it looks 10 times scarier than the Spanish men's team. They got a bunch of young players. They also got the best player in the world. They got ballers. I'm really interested to see if this is going to be like a dynasty kind of dominance like the 2010 Spain. Oh, my God. 2010 Spain men's team. Oh, my God. This is game over. We might need to cut this live. I'm going to have to bring some more questions to this live so we can make it interesting because this game is not interesting. I've actually never watched women's soccer before. Strike. Bro, stay tapped in. Bro, when I tell you the women's game has a lot of excitement in it. I'm dead ass. It's not just because I went to the Women's World Cup, but I will say that, you know, I was an Angel City FC. I was an NWSL watcher and supporter before that. But when I went to the Women's World Cup and saw the Women's International game, next level. Wow. This guy saved it off of his head, off of the bar, and then gets scored on again. 4-0 to the Parisians. It's looking like it's going to be real tough. Luckily, these guys are saved by the bell. Yikes. 4-0 at half. Like how Benzie liked 15. I didn't even catch what that meant, St. Mirren stuff. I'm not about to repost that. We ain't putting slander on my boy Benzie's name. But we will say he's had stuff. Yeah, definitely Benzema's had stuff in his career too, which is why him and Suarez are such an interesting comparison. Let me go check the poll results. See what y'all are really saying. 55% of y'all say Luis Suarez over Benzema. I'm not surprised. I'm interested. We only have 30 votes though. There's 99 folks in this chat. I'm gonna cut this vote off at 50. I need at least 50 votes. Kareem Benzema or Luis Suarez. Come tap in and let me know. I'm gonna need at least 50 votes. We got 31 votes in right now. Halftime PSG 4, Miami 0. What do we think, y'all? Obviously, this game is over. Let's see what else. We got predictions for Bayern Flamengo. I imagine it should be a little bit more competitive of a match, right? England women are smashing Jamaica. We have the U.S. women playing Ireland today. And then we have, oh, this is the final. Wait, isn't this the final? Oh, this is the quarterfinal. I'm tripping. U.S. men's national team versus Costa Rica at 4 p.m. I'm not going to stream that because I have a Sunday league game myself at 5 p.m., but we'll be back to talk about it for sure. Hopefully they beat Costa Rica and we can get a good semifinal and final match out of it. We're looking to see U.S. get to this Gold Cup final, even if it's the third string team. It should be U.S. versus Mexico. We're going to see. We got Mexico, Honduras in the first semifinal. We'll see. It's Canada versus Guatemala and U.S. versus Costa Rica in the quarterfinal coming up today. So much going on. Oh, man, I haven't been reading the chat. Look at me. Is Luis Suarez already complaining with his teammates? Not yet, but you see him hold his hands up. Botafogo. Okay, my bad, y'all. I've been talking and I'm missing the whole chat. Lancelot said, I voted for Suarez because with his country, he's done more than Benzema. I don't know if it's facts. Yes, in my head, Lancelot, but let's go pound for pound, country for country. Is that how we do it? Let's not do it on the computer. The computer's too slow. If I were to go to Transfer Market, Luis Suarez, Uruguay. I mean, he did get to the quarterfinal of the World Cup, right? Knocking out Ghana with that handball. Luis Suarez, Uruguay Transfer Market. Let's see. Let's just see how many goals he scored. Obviously, he's played for Uruguay more than Benzema got to play for France. And I'll also say, because Ruth Sherm had mentioned that, or somebody had mentioned that it was kind of unfortunate. It was Deschamps' fault for not allowing Benzema on the team, which I agree with. But I will also say that the times that we've seen Benzema with this golden generation, with Mbappe on the field and all them, they never looked like the team we needed them to be. Like Benzema, Mbappe, Dembele. I think Pogba was still on the squad at that point. I think Benzema and Mbappe crowded each other's space, which is crazy to say. All right, let's see what Luis Suarez did for country, I mean.
Welcome to the halftime show presented by Vando.
Stats.
PSG totally dominating the first half, but Inter Miami will be frustrated as they have been the architects of their own downfall in this one. Welcome, I'm Alex Scott alongside
Alex Scott doing the halftime thing. Yo. Luis Suarez, Uruguay. Can we not get stats, man? Luis Suarez, career stats. There it is. Do y'all use Transfer Market? Where do y'all go for y'all's like football info? Where do we go? Suarez. 55%. I see y'all have only been watching Prim most of your lives. Justice for La Liga. I mean, there's only 2 teams watching La Liga, so I'm not surprised. Lancelot says he's not surprised. What did I expect? Man, I'm way behind on the chat. My bad, y'all. Say a football player for an edit. Mateo edits. What's up, brother? Go ahead and throw me a Victor Osimhen edit. We wanna come to Chelsea. Victor Osimhen edit here. LKCCD1. I think there are levels to football, and Inter Miami are not at the level. Who did Suarez have to compete with in his national team? That's a good question. Who did Benzema have to compete against? Does Suarez get into the France team? Ooh, I mean, I feel like the generation Suarez was in, he definitely makes the France team, because France were kind of missing strikers, right? It was Giroud who won the. Are you taking Giroud or Suarez? I think that has to be noted at least, though. Facts. Wyatt says yes. Yeah. Benzema World Cup runner-up. I don't think Benzema was on that team actually. LKCCD one. I don't think. I think he was in the Euros, and he had to get out of the Euros too. He had to bow out of the Euros. Strike. Who's your squad again? He doesn't watch the Prem too much, he says. Mostly watch La Liga. And are you watching La Liga? La Liga, we got 49 to 51. Wow, this is a tight poll. There have been 38 votes. Again, I'm cutting the poll at 50 votes. Let's see. Accept and continue for transfer market. Let's see. National team career. Finally. I don't know why I did it this way. Luis Suarez has 69 goals and 39 assists in 143 matches for his national team. That's pretty impressive. Benzema national team. Benzema transfer market career. Let's go. 50-50, 52-48. We got 42 votes, 8 votes to go to see who is better. Essay, Paul's on the Instagram. Inter getting gutted today. Yeah, that's facts. They're out of here. Hold on, let's see what Benzema's national profile looks like. Man, all these ads. Transfer market. I'm bigging up you, and they're just producing crazy ads. I'm just trying to get to the facts. 43 votes. We just need 7 more votes, y'all. Who's got it? Luis Suarez or Karim Benzema? Did not expect it to be this close. Barcelona says Project Dudesky. What's happening, bro? Hold on. I'm going back. Kvaratskhelia will score a goal. What's up? Kavara Edits. Welcome to the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe. Wyatt Snipe says he played on the same team as Messi, Neymar in their prime, and he still got cooked and he still cooked and stood out. Yeah, but did he cook as much as Neymar and Messi? Like, didn't Benzema play on the same team as Bale, Ozil, Di Maria, Cristiano, and he stood out? I guess he didn't stand out as much as Suarez. These are great points for all of y'all. I'm not arguing with y'all. I'm just curious. Let me see. Let me give you Benzema's international stats, because he did play 97 games with France. 97 games, 37 goals, 20 assists. Man. And what did we say Suarez was? Hold on. Suarez is 143 games, 69 goals, 39 assists. Man, what a career Karim could have had with France. But again, like, I just don't know when. Sometimes it just works out this way. Barcelona, PSG got down. We got 45 votes, waiting for 5 votes. Miami taking 4. Sharaf just came in to troll. Miami is absolutely taking 4. It's a tough life. It's a tough life they're living, but, you know, what else can they do? Let's see. 47 votes in. We got 51% Karim Benzema. Yikes. This is tight, y'all. 3 more votes to seal it. St. Mirren and stuff said I should play the new intro for the Bayern game, but I need to change the song. I got to go see then. Okay, hold on, Chartix. Can you tag me in it? Can you send me something? Send it to me. I wish they could DM on YouTube. Zachy Boy, welcome to the chat. What's up? He says Suarez. Welcome, brother. Wyatt Snipes. Luis is one of the only 4 players to score in every minute of the game. Interesting. That's a fire stat, because I know Cristiano is. I know Zlatan is. So that's 3 right there. Who's the 4th player? I don't think Messi scored in every minute. Prime Amelka. Zachy Boy says Ronaldo. How would he not cook? Oh, you're talking about Benzema. Look who Barca had. Not cooking wouldn't require injury. Oh, you're talking about the argument that Luis Suarez cooked while still being on a team with Messi and Neymar. Right. It's like kind of like that made him cook even more. For me, Luis clears Benzi, says Kavara edits. Okay. How many votes we got? And we got 50 votes in. And the poll, I got to end it. We got 51 votes in. You know what? I'm going to give it till 55 votes. I'll give you guys 4 more votes. But it looks like Karim Benzema, in this chat at least, folks are saying just edges Luis Suarez. And I agree. It's close. It's probably as close as this vote is. 53 votes in, and it's 53% to 47. No football, no life is in the building, my boy Andrew Julian. Coach Andrew Julian. I honestly think both are icons as number 9s. Facts. He took the Switzerland route. We want polarization. We don't want Switzerland. They're both great strikers. We know that. But who usurps who? That's what we want to know. We got 54 votes in, and it seems like the chat is feeling Karim Benzema. Suarez at least has a title with his country. That's what does Suarez have? Does he have a Copa America? Let's go see. My bad. I don't even know what major titles he has with his country. Somebody tell me. Maybe it's Copa America. 3rd place playoff. No. Tongi, Bangladesh. What's up, Sa Akash? I can't speak that language, but welcome, bro. Paul Newman's over here on the chat. Benzema better all-around striker than the vampire. That sounds a little biased, but we're going to see. We got 54 votes in, y'all. I just need 1 more vote, and I'm closing this, and we're going to find a new topic to discuss. Meanwhile, we're getting ready for this second half of this murder. We might have to put up how many numbers PSG are putting up. Bite food, not people. Man. Bro, I'm not going to lie. I was mad about Luis Suarez and all that biting, too. Wyatt said Luis didn't cook as much as Neymar and Messi because their play style was different from Luis, and they're the greatest at Barca. Facts. I mean, facts. Just like Benzema didn't cook as much as Bale. Like that style of play, that's what we're talking about. The modern striker, the contemporary number 9, was more of a facilitator than an actual goal scorer. But I'm not going to lie. In that MSN 2015, I want to say Suarez had like 29 goals. Neymar had like 42 goals, and Messi had like 60, 65 goals, something like that. So, I mean, they were all cooking. Wyatt Snipes said Lewa. Lancelot says Copa America 2011 is when Uruguay got a title. Copa America 2011, they won the final 3-0 against Costa Rica. Wow. You're right. Suarez does have a title for his country. No Football, No Life says 1 was a playboy, 1 is a racist. Both score goals. Both will retire in MLS. That seems a little biased. I think Benzema was more than a playboy. He had been kind of yammed up in some legal issues. I will say that. Suarez kind of known to be not only a racist but a biter. It's tough. The vampire. And again, I'm trying not to use that bias against Suarez to take away anything he's achieved because he is a magician on the field. But I'm just trying to put them, forget the social life. I'm just trying to put their on-field abilities to the test. You know, Suarez known for nutmegging everybody and scoring bangers of goals. Oh man, we have 57 votes in. Shoot, we might as well go on to 60. 3 more votes and we're closing the poll, but it looks like Karim Benzema in this chat edges Luis Suarez. Tough. I'm going to have to also take it back to a conversation you guys heard me have with my boy Jerome, who stopped by a while ago. His argument was that the Champions League was more important than the World Cup. I feel like that's an easier argument than this Benzema Suarez one. I don't even know if I'll need to put a poll up, but I'm just curious for the folks chatting the most in the chat. What say you? Rusharm says, I hope Benzema retires at DC United. Benzema is not coming nowhere near DC United, bro. Y'all can't even pay for Y'all can't even pay for designated players. Meanwhile, LAFC is just letting Olivier Giroud steal money from them at this point. Oh, Paul, I missed your comment over here on Instagram, but he said 37 national goals for Benzema by comparison to Suarez's 69 goals in almost a quarter as many games, right? Suarez played 147, Benzema played 60 something. So almost half, it was more than half the amount of games. I'm tripping. Oh man. All right, I'm capping it. We had 58 votes. I think I'm capping it off. I don't even think if 2 votes came for Suarez, it would even help his cause. Looks like Benzema wins the poll. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody who tapped into the poll. Karim Benzema just edges Suarez, which is kind of where my head was at. But I do like all the arguments for Suarez because Liverpool Suarez was a killer. You know, all of that. But the biting, the racism to Patrice Evra, all that stuff, it sticks in my head, man. World Cup better than UCL. Facts. Champions League and World Cup are important, but it's the World Cup is on another level. World Cup is more valuable than Champions League. You told me to make a poll, but I don't know. For 4 people just replied what I've been thinking. But you know what? Let's throw up a poll. Now that we got this Miami game back on, hold on. I didn't start the clock. Just trying to turn it up. All right, let's see. What's more important? I'm going to cap this at 25 votes.
Ruthlessness from PSG, figuring out a way to score 3 goals and effectively put this game out of reach. So how does Inter Miami respond with the experience of players on the field? Because that experience, tweaked with a little bit of pride, should create a fascinating.
Y'all let me know. I'll cap it at 30 votes, or if the percentage goes over 75 for one or the other, we'll cap it. I do agree, Lance, a lot. Like, it's so much more important because some great players could technically be aged, could be just timed out of the World Cup. Same with like the Youth World Cup, right? You hear about some of the great players who played the like U20 World Cup. Not every youth player can play the U20 World Cup. It only comes around 4 years. So I do think those things are important. I also think that's what's going to make this Club World Cup that much more important too. The fact that it only comes 4 years. You know, you want to win a Champions League, you want to win, you know, domestic league, or not domestic leagues, but the other coefficients, and for, you know, CONMEBOL and CONCACAF, CAF and Asian Federation, you want to win those competitions within these next 4 years so you can get a nod to come play. Because this is awesome coming to play. Like, even though Miami's getting destroyed right now, they're playing against PSG in the Club World Cup. Look at this. This poll's got only 3 votes, but World Cup, they've said 100%. World Cup is harder. I do think it's less time to prepare, and that makes it more interesting. For some countries, you play with you play with some of the guys on your country though your whole lives, right? Versus other countries where it's just whoever's next up. You know, if you're playing on, oh my God, Miami. Yo, if Miami scored 1 wonder goal, Suarez was the one who kind of ruined this. Messi did his thing on that one. Yikes. All right, I'm capping this at 10 votes if it stays 100 to 0. Because y'all are right. Like, something that's so rare, comes once every 4 years, is more important. And again, we'll see if PSG actually end up winning this competition. The thought process in general from past World Cups is if you're the best team in Europe, you're the best team in the world. So PSG should comfortably get to the final. Obviously, they're comfortably beating Inter Miami. Messi's trying to dribble. I'm not mad at Messi for trying to show folks he's Messi, though. I prefer that rather than him kind of hiding. Oh, no, don't lose the ball, center back. Yikes. We need a Women's Club World Cup. I'm trying to see Barca Women's versus Washington Spirit. That's a fact. If not a Club World Cup, they should at least start to like try to put together. So you know how they have certain tournaments, you know, almost like the She Believes Cup. They need to have like a She Believes International, because we just got started going with like there's no CONCACAF Champions League equivalent in the women's game. There's obviously a Champions League for the WUPSL, or the WPSL, I should call it, the Women's Super League in Europe. Yo, suddenly Miami won a knock ball, bro. What? Is he offside? Oh, it's a corner kick. Yo, this game is not over. Oh, man. Something's wrong with the clock. Let me make sure. There it is. I'm at the 51st minute, y'all. Are we still live on Instagram? I might have to throw that back up. What the hell? What the helly? What the heliante? They just want to get Messi a goal. I feel like that's their goal now. They're just like, give the boy Messi a goal.
Suarez caught between maybe two minds. Inside, outside, Messi center balance still has the burst. And that left foot.
Yeah, what is going on? Just the simple fact that you have to qualify for the World Cup, it's difficult. I mean, you technically have to qualify for Champions League too. It's just a much wider qualification. And now that the World Cup's been expanded to 48 teams, it's a wider qualification too. But facts. I think it's more so the fact that like a team like Italy hasn't been in the World Cup since 2006 because they can't qualify because their region is too close to Spain, France, and some other teams. They technically can't qualify for the World Cup. I think that's crazy. We're going to see if they do it this year. Messi is only good at the national team. I mean, we can't say that because his time at Barcelona was crazy. He also had if you go back and look at Messi's stats at PSG, again, it was PSG with Neymar and Mbappe on the team, but he had good numbers. I want to say he scored 32 goals in 48 games or something like that. What the heliante? Let's see. We're going back live on Instagram. It shuts down every once in a while. What the hell? I have that "What the hell" song stuck in my head because I made a Instagram edit from it. Actually, I made a YouTube short. I made all that stuff. Nuno Mendes might be the best left back in the world at the moment. That is not a hot take, bro. That's almost a fact, a foregone conclusion. Messi to score. Look at the bet book. Yo, that's a good point. Let's get on the bet books to see if Messi scores and see what his odds are. What's up, Lalib? Haven't seen you in this chat before. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you subscribe. We're back live on Instagram. I guess that's what we should be looking at, Andrew. Hold on. Let's see. What the heliante? If anybody can bring up the odds faster than me, let me know. Always Ibrahim, what's happening? I feel like I'm missing comments. Tennis, racing, hockey, golf, baseball. Yo, where's soccer?
Those 3 points, getting them to 13 points. They were 15 out of 24 that moved on.
This is taking forever.
Brest, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Arsenal, and then to the final, that 5-0 win against Inter Milan.
What the heliante?
But it did come at a cost to that.
But it's crazy because just a couple of years ago, he was getting sauced on the pitch. Hard work pays off. Who was getting sauced on the pitch? Mendes? You're right. You remember who it was, right? It was Jadon Sancho in the semifinals of the Champions League. We were supposed to get a PSG versus Madrid final that year. And we got a Dortmund Madrid final because Jadon Sancho was just cooking Nuno Mendes. So you're right. I mean, like, what a difference a year makes. I'm going to say the same about his compatriot who plays on the right wing. What's my boy's name? I can't even think of his name. There's Nuno Mendes on the left, and who's the guy? Wolves player plays on the right. I can't even think of him. Oh my God, who's the Portuguese player on the right side? What am I thinking? Somebody tell him. Sancho put him through the mixer. Tell me who I'm thinking of, who I can't think of right now. Portuguese right back. If it's not João Cancelo, and it's not man, I can't think of any Portuguese players right now. Right back. It's not Dembele, Rusherm. I'm talking about right back. Portuguese player. Nelson Semedo. Nelson Semedo literally was and is Nuno Mendes, and he was a better player. He was literally the truth Portuguese right back, and then kind of fell off a little bit. And then we got, oh man, good turn from Barcola. Then we got, João Cancelo who popped up, and he must be a head case because there's no way that this guy has been at this many great teams who need him, who need his style of player, and he can't perform. And then he ends up at Al Hilal. Play for Bayern. Bayern needed a right back. João Cancelo somehow couldn't fit in that team. Obviously couldn't fit in City. Pep got sick of him. He played at one other team. I'm missing. What other team did he play for? It was crazy. Yeah, Nelson Semedo. If Nelson Semedo goes and trains with Nuno Mendes this summer, maybe he needs to just come to PSG, but obviously they already have Hakimi. Maybe he should go to to Barcelona. Barcelona need a right back. I think Jules Koundé is a great player. I do not think he's a right back. I think he's a center back. Uh-oh, my devices are starting to die. We got to start plugging in devices, y'all. It's been that kind of game. What the hell? What the helly? I'm going to check this poll. 9 times out of 10, we have at least 10 votes. 14 votes. Some of y'all did say World Champions League, but we got 86% World Cup. I'm going to leave it up for another 10 minutes. Fernando Unzenta, what's happening, bro? Giroud leaving LAFC. Knew it was going to happen. He was not going to scoring, but I think it's a sign that Griezmann is coming. So Griezmann is super tight with Carlos Vela. Apparently they were. So I thought he was only coming if he would get to, come and hang out and kick it with his boy Vela. Obviously, Vela is now officially off of the club's books. So I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, Giroud is probably the worst designated player. Look at this. We got a 3-on-3 counterattack starting with Messi. Gives it to Suarez. Suarez tries to pass back to Messi. Messi gets it. I feel like an announcer. Messi, Messi, Messi. And just got conked out. Like, all Miami want to do at this point is score a goal. That's all they want. Cancelo played for Benfica, Valencia, Inter. Inter is the one I was thinking about. Barca was the one I was thinking about. He had a stint at Barca where it was like, this only makes sense, and it didn't make sense, and he ended up, bro. So Valencia, Inter on loan, Barca, and Juve. Why Juve let Cancelo go, I will never know. Bro, he's clearly a head case. Every big team has let Cancelo go. Messi's starting to turn up a little bit. He's trying to show folks that he's still that guy. And then he just kicks the ball away. Yikes. Yikes. Y'all, I still have not gotten to the bookmakers to try to figure out what the odds are. Ousmane Dembele back in the Club World Cup.
Turns out all you need is a Sapphire Reserve card. You don't need to bribe anybody. So now all 11 starters from that Champions League final have seen the field today for PSG as Ousmane Dembele coming back.
Here comes Dembelito. He's about to get spooky.
His first appearance at this FIFA.
Dembele coming in at 4-0 is kind of crazy. You got Barcola. You got, Dembele stripped from Suarez. I feel like Fernando says, oh, this is my boy Fernando. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. I feel like he wanted to have a special treatment, like who doesn't? But Cancelo want to be the main focus on a team, which is crazy. You can't be the main focus on a team at wing back. What are we saying here, Cancelo? And it's certainly you can't be the main focus on every team. Juve, Barcelona, what? Let's see. We got 19 votes in for World Cup versus Champions League, and it looks pretty. And Messi getting shots off. Miami got a shot on goal, y'all. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I just think some players are hard for coaches to get along with, and after a certain amount of transfers, fool me once, twice, whatever. But when I start looking at like the Joao Felixes and the, Joao Cancelos, it's got to be a you problem, not a them problem type shit. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot for the life of me understand why Joao Felix cannot find a home being the main player somewhere. Is he going to too good of teams? Atletico Madrid was not too good for him not to be the main player. He just shows up sometimes and doesn't show up other times. You mean to tell me that Christian Pulisic is a better player than Joao Felix? No, I don't think so. I think Pulisic is good, but I think he's Kvaratskhelia. I think he's also coachable. Maybe Joao Felix isn't coachable. He's just a street ball.
PSG wants to continue to make these massive statements in world football.
All right, I'm getting my odds from Coach Andrew Julian. I haven't stopped. I haven't forgotten about this. I'm trying to see. I got to get a charger. Hold on.
It's interesting that you can look at it because their season went wrong in Europe because they went all the way to the Champions League final, as of course did Inter Milan. But they have a momentum point of view, which is quite clear for all to see. They're absolutely in the groove. Here's Ende at the other end, and is screwed wide.
I am gonna say Miami has come out and they're like, look, we're playing PSG. We might as well play. They're playing a lot more ball in this half than they did in the last half. Did I see the pic of Dembele with the UCL trophy? He was trying to give that iconic Kobe Champions League photo vibes. I didn't see that one. You got to send that one to me. The game was y'all remember I threw a party here for the Champions League final, and the game was such a wash by like the 60th minute, and the party was jumping so much that like I didn't even see a lot of the aftermath of the Champions League. I didn't even see the Paris parade the next day. None of that. Yo, this is a fact right here, Fernando, for sure. Cancelo is doing well in Saudi Arabia. He's living his best life. He's probably getting hella paid. Felix's price tag will forever haunt Atletico Madrid. They spent bread for him. Yeah. Atletico has spent a lot of money for different players that didn't work out, but they've also saved a lot of money for the players that they didn't spend a lot on who became absolute ballers for them. Falcao, I think they got him for like 20,000 from Monaco or from someone. 20,000, 20 million. I'm tripping. You got to fact check that though. I just made that up, to be honest. Dembele to Barcola, yikes. Olise, what's up? Olise Kanini. What the hell? Match didn't even start yet. Which match? Which match you talking about, brother? Philip is in the building. What's up, Philip? Who scored the 4? Man, that's a great question. Chat, help me out because I can't even remember. We had one from the first one was a header from João Neves off of a great set piece. The second one was a tap in, and I want to say it was Hakimi who tapped it in. Maybe that was the third goal. From some great intricate play at the top of the box. Who else has scored? Man, that's a memory game in its own. Who else scored? Let's see. There was an own goal. That's right. There was a cross into the path of some player and ended up being an own goal. Hakimi scored the last goal, and Neves scored twice. Can't remember if Neves' second goal, but it's been an absolute murder. João Neves too, yeah. What's up, Caleb? Y'all, just want to remind y'all, if y'all haven't subscribed, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. We watching soccer all summer long. We're also putting together something, a big watch party in LA, in Inglewood, California. It's going to be dope. It's going to be even bigger than the party I had for Champions League. Not even bigger. It's going to be much bigger than that. It's going to be outside of the Intuit Stadium, which is the new Los Angeles Clippers basketball stadium. They have a big space. It's going to be a vibe, and I'm going to go live here on Eat, Pray, Ball during the event, so we're definitely going to do that. PSG versus Monterrey final. Is that what we want, Fernando? I don't think Monterrey. I think Monterrey is pretty much done. I'm curious if a Brazilian team can get to the final. Palmeiras. I'm curious. We'll have to see. Also excited to see Flamengo play Bayern today. I think that should be a more interesting matchup. Bro, I saw Flamengo live. This team is no joke. They're no joke. They have very skilled players. Felipe Luis is a great coach. I think it's just a very interesting setup, the way they play. Like, it's very interesting. So I want to see how it works against some real European competition. Also, Bayern are just an interesting team. Like, great players, the best players, right? But, you know, is Company really the right coach for this squad? We're going to see. Here, I'm going to go ahead and cap this poll. We've I think collectively we've decided that World Cup is way better than Champions League. So that poll is done. That was a good one. Not as good as our Benzema versus Suarez poll. If you guys didn't participate in that, man, we'll have to do another poll. But that's interesting. Very tight race there. Philip, what's up, bro? He said, what country am I in? I'm in the United States, bro. I'm in Los Angeles, California. Whoa, whoa, whoa. LA turn up. My boy. Yes, bro. Yes. Still working on all the logistics, but that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to throw a Club World Cup final watch party, something for the community. The space was just secured, so we're working on it, man. So just make sure to stay tapped in, because I'm gonna definitely be live streaming that. That should be a fun time. Double D, what's up? PSG versus Man City. That's the final you want to see. I wouldn't be mad at that, honestly. Everybody wants to see how PSG would fare. I know a lot of people wanted to see PSG play Barcelona in the Champions League. Maybe we'll get that next year because that would be an interesting matchup. I'm not going to lie, though. Barcelona is going to need to get some defenders. Like Barcelona, I think PSG would tear Barcelona apart. If you've got Inter Milan scoring 6 on you, bro. 7, I'm sorry. They gave them 7, didn't they? Like, you don't think PSG, like, it would be a goal fest for sure, but nah, bro. Defense wins championships. Philip said, is Dembele on the bench? He was, but he just came in 5 minutes ago. World Cup better than UCL. What the heck are you smoking? Whoa, Marvin James is on the UCL side. Marvin, where were you, bro? Listen, this is the forum to make your argument. Let us know why you think UCL is better than the World Cup. We all want to know. Because I think we all collectively have said the same thing. World Cup comes around once every 4 years. You're representing your country. It's literally the biggest event in the world. It's the biggest event on earth. Desiree Douay. Double D said PSG will go on and dominate like the Barca of old under Pep. They're insane. They are insane. They're just hella young and raw, though. But, man, Luis Enrique got this team going crazy. I would love to see a PSG Man City. Maybe even a PSG Bayern, but I think Man City would maybe give them a little bit more opposition. Shout out Ryan Cherky, too. That's absolute baller. Lancelot said, EPB, why don't you create a club, bro, so we can play the next Club World Cup in 2029? Facts, bro. Listen, there's a lot of things that I have on my wish list to do, especially in this soccer, especially to grow the brand Eat Pray Ball. Like, the point is to grow the community of soccer, especially in the United States, and connect to everybody around the world, to show people around the world that we are ballers and we know ball and we're excited about this game just like y'all are. Folks think we're new to this. So creating a club would definitely be one of them, but that ain't at the top of the list. Right now, we're just trying to grow awareness, build community, create connection. It's also hard, man. Like, I can barely run a Sunday league team, let alone a full club. It is hard. Like, shout out to anybody who is a part of you, especially youth clubs or men's amateur clubs. Shit, UPSL clubs, semi-pro clubs, all of them. It's tough. Bro, Kang-In Lee is a player that's kind of fallen off, and I want to know why. Like, he had a lot of promise. Obviously, PSG have a lot of great players on their team. But between him and Warren Zaire-Emery, who are both young boys, I would like to see them a lot more. Bro, this is an interesting comment. I wonder if the chat's seen this too. We saw Jurgen Klopp, just come out recently, granted, a Liverpool fan, saying that the Club World Cup is basically just a bunch of glorified friendlies. He said that it's not important. He's citing the overuse of the players, which I think we all agree with. We all think some of these players are playing way too many games. It's starting to kind of spoil the game a little bit for us. But that's not what this Club World Cup has been. Whoop! What a big man header. Damn, that would have been something. So yeah, I thought the comments from Jurgen were either like very Liverpool centric or I don't know, man. But there's no way you can watch this, even watching this 4-0 quarterfinal game. Yes, it's not that competitive, but there's no way this is not entertaining. The Club World Cup has been entertaining as hell. World Cup, biggest event on earth, says Fernando. Champions League, most watched in the world. That's interesting. I can't imagine Champions League is more watched than the World Cup. But if what you're saying is, but I mean, shit, maybe it's close. Maybe there are I feel like Champions League had something like 2 billion people watching. I think World Cup is something like 4 billion. It's like half the world watches the World Cup. It's crazy. 4 or 5 billion people. But yeah, I mean, there's levels. There's levels. Champions League is definitely up there. The other question I have for y'all is, will the 2029 Club World Cup be as important, as epic as watching the Champions League? I'm curious what y'all think. Messi is getting clapped by his old team. Yikes. No football, no life, says U.S. national team is on the field. Yikes. What do y'all think? Do you think Inter Miami, here's my poll, could Inter Miami beat the U.S. national team? I'm going to throw this poll up for the 15 minutes left in this game.
Scoreline unchanged since half time.
Should I say, is Inter Miami better than the U.S. national team, or can they beat them? Damn, Dembele. It doesn't matter. Let's start this poll. Just threw a new poll up, bro. I'm curious what y'all think. What y'all's ball knowledge is. This is not about ball knowledge, actually. This is just a real poll. I'm curious. Most people are saying yes. Most people are saying Inter Miami is better than U.S. national team. Whoa. That's a problem for the U.S. Let's see. What's the Champions League equivalent in the U.S.? Do we compete against South American teams? Yes. More Central American teams. South Americans in their own federation. They're in the CONMEBOL, right? That's, South American. U.S. is, if UEFA is Europe, right? U.S. is CONCACAF. So we have, CONCACAF is, I'm not even going to butcher this, but it's basically Central, CONCACAF, Central and North American and Caribbean. All right, it's Central America, North America, and Caribbean. I can't give you the actual acronym for CONCACAF, but it's basically like Confederation of Central and North American and Caribbean Federation, something like that. So yeah, that's our chair. So we have a CONCACAF Champions League. Most often it's the MLS teams and Mexican teams in it. And from those MLS teams and Mexican teams, only one MLS team has ever won the CONCACAF Champions League. So that gives you an idea of how it is and over here in these parts. Fernando says soccer is the best sport. Facts. Ain't no complaints here for that comment. Which is the best Brazilian team? I think a lot of folks are saying Palmeiras. I thought Fluminense was up there, but I don't think so. I think it's between Palmeiras and Flamengo, and I know for a fact Flamengo is the most popular team in Brazil, in all of Brazil. They're the Real Madrid of Brazil, I guess. But Palmeiras is up there, and they're off into the quarterfinals, so we're gonna see. Rusharm says, do you think we'll see better quality games if players were playing less games and had more recovery time? Short answer is yes. I do think 70 something odd games over the course of a full year is kind of a lot. And that's not including international play, right? There's like 3 international breaks right now. Next year is going to be even crazier. Like we have this Club World Cup. We have Bullet. Come on, Dembele. Dembele don't want to score. We have this Club World Cup. Just think about it as a player. And I'm going to say, like, imagine you're Nicholas Jackson, right? Plays for Senegal, right? Nicholas Jackson played a full season for Chelsea this year. played in the Conference League all the way to the end, right? So got to the Conference League final, played. So he's played a full season full of, let's call that 50 games. He is now playing in the Club World Cup, albeit he got a red card 2 games ago. We probably won't see him. But say Chelsea make it far in this Club World Cup competition. Messi with a header. He will have played that long in the Club World Cup. Then he's going to play a full season at Chelsea, right? A full season for this year. He's going to be playing Champions League ball as well. He's also going to have to go and leave for the African Cup of Nations at the top of next year, the top of 2026. The African Cup of Nations 2026 is going on. Then, let's say Senegal make it through World Cup qualifying, which I'm not sure they're fully through yet, but they will be. Now they're going to be in the World Cup in 2026. That is a lot of ball and a lot of important competitions over the course of this next 365 days, right? So I do think players are playing way too much. But by the same token, you know, people say this all the time. They're getting paid a lot of money to play. I don't even think that's as important to me as they have all the science in the world to play these games. And again, this game as a PSG player, you're not overextending yourself too much. But I don't know. That doesn't matter. I think the original question was, would the games be better, right? And I think, yeah, I think we would see better competition if there were a little bit less games played. But at the same time, the fact that we have all these different competitions, I love it. So I'm kind of on the fence, man. As a soccer fan, I love watching these games, right? But as a player, I couldn't play 70. I can't play 70 non-league Sunday league games in a year. I would be burnt out. Anyway, that's where we are. Fernando says, by the way, the U.S. is playing right now. I thought the U.S. played later today. They played today at 4. Are we playing right now? My cousin just texted me. He said, happy Messi got beat down or sad MLS got embarrassed in this Club World Cup. I don't, first and foremost, I do not think MLS got embarrassed in this Club World Cup. I think LAFC didn't perform as well as they should have performed for sure. But they were in a tough group with Chelsea, Flamengo. I think they could have probably done something against that third team, Esperanza. But MLS, Inter Miami, who is not the best team in the MLS. I'm going to repeat that again. Inter Miami is not the best team in the MLS. Beating FC Porto is huge for the MLS. So I would not say that this tournament was disappointing for the MLS. Errol says, Miami won, please. Is Miami beating the team? You guys are saying absolutely. Y'all are really thinking Inter Miami could beat the U.S. national team. Damn. That's a crazy. Like, I'm curious, man. The real Inter Miami is better and can beat them, says Alejandro Gomez on Instagram. Interesting. CONCACAF is terrible, says Bobby. Getting better. I mean, there's definitely worse federations. I'll also say, you know who actually was disappointing? The Argentinian teams. What's up, River Plate, Boca Juniors? Like, we're not hearing nothing about them, but they didn't have one team get into the knockout rounds. I'm sorry, but some of these Miami players are bums. Only thing saving them are the retired stars. I will agree. I actually almost have more respect for Messi seeing him play for Inter Miami. I will say that. Come on, Miami, says Sam Wilson. What's up, Sean Wilson? Welcome to the chat. Yo, if you guys are new to this chat, new to the stream, we have watch parties weekly, almost weekly. And more often, multiple times a week. So come tap in, man. Make sure you subscribe. Confederation of North, Central, and Caribbean Association of Football. There it is. K-Star gave it to me, the acronym. I'm sorry, I'm late on a lot of comments, y'all. Messi, Ronaldo. Thoughts on Man United next season? Yo, Double D. Just sit back and enjoy the show, man. These guys are trying to do stuff in the transfer market. I don't know why Mateus Cunha was so excited to go to United. Could have gone anywhere else. He literally went to a team that's lower than his team, that finished lower than his team in the table. Crazy. But he also got the bag. Man United is giving out the bag. Y'all want to come to the graveyard? We'll give you a bag to come sit down. Jadon Sancho on 300K a week just to be in fights with Amarin. Our bodies don't advance as much as the science. Like, the human body can handle a lot. It has its limits. The amount of play is a new phenomenon. Bruh. Can't argue with that there. The amount of Achilles tears I'm seeing, bro, is crazy. I don't even remember Achilles being a real injury until I saw Kobe and Kevin Durant and some other players getting it. And then in that same year, Kevin Durant tore his Achilles. 2 Chelsea players, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who was on Chelsea at the time, and Callum Hudson-Odoi, who was on Chelsea at the time, tore their Achilles. Came out of nowhere. So definitely sports science is helping, but also probably hurting. Philip, man, we talk about this all the time. So I'm going to give a very short answer compared to the long answers I'm giving. I prefer Ronaldo. Ronaldo's my GOAT. I'm not going to actually, I don't even know if Ronaldo's my GOAT. I don't know if Ronaldo's my GOAT, but Ronaldo, if we're talking about between the two, is definitely it's Ronaldo, bro. And for me, it's for the simple fact that I watched the Premier League a lot more than I watched La Liga, and Ronaldo at United was crazy. Obviously, Ronaldo and Real Madrid was probably crazy as well. Not probably, he was crazy. He was nuts. But I like a bigger player. Messi, I can't really emulate Messi on the field. I don't have a low center of gravity. I'm not 5'3". So it just, his style of play was never attractive to me as seeing CR7. Do y'all remember CR17 on Portugal and on Man United when he came in and he was just doing step overs and doing what he wants, bro? I was on YouTube. I'm a YouTube generation kid, and that was when YouTube was first popping out and people were throwing those highlights. That's why Ronaldo's my GOAT over Messi. MLS had decent performance here compared to other top teams. Facts, Lancelot. I agree with that. Let's see, bro. It was all the River and Boca fans talking shit. Now look at the facts. JJ said on Instagram, MLS did not show out, but I don't agree with him. I agree with y'all, man. I think MLS definitely did their thing. We got 17 votes on Inter Miami beating a U.S. national team. I'm going to give it until 25 votes, and I'll close that poll. 25 votes or 15 minutes, which is in 4 minutes. You can't tell Argentina fans anything. They say it doesn't matter. We won the World Cup. Facts. Facts. I'm biased against Argentina, though. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Can Messi play in the Premier League? That's up for you guys to decide. I mean, Messi is one of the greatest of all time. He could definitely have played in the Premier League. The fact that he didn't play in the Premier League or any other league, you know, in his prime, drops him down on the list for me. Like, when you think about Ronaldo and his impact in Italy for those couple of years, obviously in Spain, obviously in the Premier League, like, it's pretty crazy. He is I'll ball anywhere. He's like a baller's baller, which I fuck with. And Messi is too. Let's not get it twisted. But again, when most of your career is in one place, in one system, I think, of course, you're going to be a good player. I think Lamine Yamal needs to do that too. He needs to just stay his ass at Barca and on Spain. Both systems complement each other. The players are similar on both teams and complement each other. it helps longevity for sure. Yeah, for current Messi, he couldn't play in the Prem right now. He couldn't. There's not one Prem team that plays with just a luxury player who doesn't play defense. Maybe Chelsea, honestly. Maybe, but I see Cole Palmer hustling on defense. James Coleman says Ronaldo is the best. Messi almost played in the Premier League. Who would have Messi played for in 2021 or 22 with Man City? Yeah, but he ended up going to PSG. Like, he should have played in the Premier League. I don't know how much more money PSG offered him. But 13 minutes, 19 votes. Could Inter Miami beat the U.S. national team is the poll. 58% of y'all are saying yes. I like how close it is, though. If it was 100% of everybody saying yes, I would be like, y'all, come on. Y'all don't know ball. Yikes. Will we see the Bellingham brothers both dripped out in Los Blancos? I don't know, bro. Florentino Perez is progressive. I don't know if he's that progressive, but how crazy would it be? Because I think they complement each other too. They're literally twins. Not twins. They're literally clones. They play the same way. They play that 8 box-to-box position very well, very technical, don't lose the ball a lot, very hardworking. Forget Los Blancos. I'd be interested to see them just for England. You know, all you need is one, they play that kind of diamond 3 in the midfield, right? With one kind of more holding player, and then you have those 2 engines going up and down box to box. Put Declan Rice there. Put Declan Rice at that 6, and then put Jude and Job in that box to box, bro. I think that would be crazy. Yeah, I would love to see it. Obviously, I never watched Birmingham games. I'm not going to lie to you. I never watched Sunderland games. So to see Job playing at Dortmund, which I've now watched more games of his in the Club World Cup than I have at his in the championship. You can see the man is Jude's clone. That's going to be good to watch. Bruh, I'm going to put that up. Double D, that's our last poll of the day. Because clearly y'all think Miami is better than USA. 15 minutes, 22 votes. Last poll of the day. Without knowing the groups. Game over. I'm going to stay on here for 15 minutes just to get an idea of y'all for the poll. Is USA making it out? Lionel Messi looks tired. I'm putting it up. This is the poll. I'm going to be here for 15 minutes, and then I'm going to get out of here because we got more games coming, bro. We got a game in literally an hour. I'm going to set it up. We'll watch Flamengo versus Bayern. We still love the Club World Cup. We still got great games going. USA play Costa Rica in the quarterfinals of the Gold Cup a little bit later today. We got a lot going. Poll is up. I'm curious. Is the U.S. making it out of the group stage? Y'all are saying no. Magda, what's up? Paris. We love it, man. We love it. Ici c'est quoi? Paris. That would be crazy, but I don't agree, bro. I don't agree that Joe Bellingham don't want to play for no Barcelona, but that would be great. Imagine Barcelona pick up Joe Bellingham in 2 years, 3 years. That would be fun to see. But they're pretty stocked with. They're gonna get rid of Frankie at some point because they still owe Frankie De Jong money, bro. How? But they have Pedri and Gavi. We're gonna see if Gavi really lives up. All these injuries in that Barcelona midfield is crazy. BVB Glazers in the building. What's up, bro? W Stream, I appreciate you, bro. I'm going to stay here for about 15 minutes, for about 14 more minutes to just see what you guys think in this poll. I just want to see how close this poll is. Is USA making it out the World Cup? Make sure y'all vote. I want at least 25 votes over the next 15 minutes while we talk about the rest of the footy that we got going on this summer. Let's also look ahead for some more streams. Obviously, I'm streaming later today. Tomorrow, we have Inter Milan versus Fluminense. Another Brazilian team trying to take a European powerhouse out. We got Al Hilal versus Man City. We might got to watch these games, y'all. We got to watch these games. I might be streaming both games tomorrow. I will definitely let you know. I'll definitely post it on the YouTube. Make sure you follow. Make sure you hit the reminder so we can kick in and watch. We got Real Madrid versus Juve on Tuesday. We're definitely streaming that. Go ahead and mark your calendars for that. Tuesday noon, Real Madrid versus Juve. What else do we have? Looking ahead. Damn, and then the women's Euros start just before the 4th of July. It's a cold summer of footy, baby. Who are the U.S.'s rivals? I would say, Lancelot, our biggest rivals are Mexico. USA will not have a good run. Same for Mexico in this World Cup. Hopefully, being host cities will help them in some kind of way. But USA's got a lot of work to do. And I don't know if y'all saw the latest news on Pochettino apparently interviewing for a job at what was it, Brentford? Maybe it was Bournemouth. I think it was Bournemouth. For some reason, that's like in the news right now, and I think it's funny. But you know, Poch keeping his options open, all that. This man said Lancelot, basically U.S. rival is Panama. I'm not gonna lie to you, Panama can't be a rival because they smacked us. They smacked us up in the Nations League. That's probably partially why we're not seeing a lot of the top U.S. players playing in this Gold Cup, because it's like this competition doesn't really matter. Keys is in the building. Keys, I've been waiting for you. My other Brazilian representative, my Brazilian baller. We're watching Flamengo versus Bayern in an hour. Don't worry. I'm going to get off this stream in about, how many minutes do we have? In about 12 minutes, I'm hopping off this stream, take a little rest, and we're hopping right back on for Bayern versus Flamengo. So excited about that. USA might end up in the group of death. Yo, USA has done well in the group of death before. Remember we had Portugal, Ghana, and England, was it? Who do we have in that one group of death in 2014? 2014, or was it 2018? It wasn't 2018. We missed out on 2018. It was either 2014 or 2010. We were in the group of death. I want to say it was 2010 because we had Ghana and Portugal, and it was in South Africa. And hey, we made it out. This is a completely different U.S. team, but we'll see. Keys, I'm responding early or late to your comment. Yes, we're streaming Flamengo. Keys, come tap back in. Brentford says Double D. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, Pochettino. You need to do less interviewing and more coaching of these players. I don't think the U.S. situation is that bad, man. I'm a Chelsea fan, though, so just know that I saw a full year of Pochettino and what he's capable of, and it doesn't seem like he's capable of much in a year. And all he has is a year left to get the U.S. where they need to go. So just keep that in mind. Hakimi and Messi trading jerseys. Good to see Messi, though, man. Ronaldo R9 has apparently died in a car crash. Yo, Patty Malarkey. I hope you're speaking that malarkey. If I type this in Google and don't see it immediately, bro, I might have to ban you for the chat for throwing out that malarkey. We see no news. Man, Patty Malarkey. Trying to piss people off today, man. Not one thing. Patty Malarkey, we might have to ban you, bro. Lancelot said, I'll see you for Flamingo Bayern stream, bro. Obrigado, Irmão. I'll see you later, brother. We will be back. Rusharm says, Poch is here for the bag. A nice little calm 6 million for Pep talks and culture virtue signaling. Bro, I'm not going to lie. Pochettino was not my choice, but technically he is the most decorated coach the U.S. has ever had. I don't know what most decorated really means. He got to a Champions League final with Tottenham and lost. He don't have any trophies except for maybe a Ligue 1 trophy from his time at PSG. when he came to PSG, bro, he did not do anything for that team. It just, different coaches, man.
Trust Pods with your next move. Look at pods.com. We ask people who
This man said I straight left the chat. Ban his ass. It's false. Patty coming in with the false information. You got to be careful. AI in the streets. Y'all, we have 7 minutes, which means we have 8 minutes to go until I'm out of this stream. I'm going to play Chardich's old intro. Then I'm going to find Chardich's new intro, and hopefully we'll have it for this next stream today. Big cap.
Melty cheese and topped with garlic seasoning and Parmesan. Love it.
I'm taking one more if that's okay.
Try it for the first time tonight.
Nah, Rusherm. He didn't say that. He said that he believes the U.S. can win a World Cup in another decade. That's what he said. That's wild. I don't see it, but I do want to see us work towards it because I do think it can be fast, but it's not starting with him coaching. It's starting with what we do in across the nation within the youth ranks. We need to start bringing in players more than just who are being picked for these youth teams. Like we need to kind of get more scouts out there. We need to get into the streets because there's ballers in the U.S. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, there's ballers in the U.S. 100%. Florian, what's up, bro? Welcome to the chat. Haven't seen you here. Good to see you. Josco Gavardial's in here. You guys, make sure you hit this subscribe button. I'm ending this stream in about 7 minutes. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to be back on stream right here. Just come back in literally an hour. We're going to be back for the Flamengo versus Bayern game. Just streaming those 2 Club World Cup games today. So come kick it. Come talk. Come answer polls. I'll try to put together some more questions. But hopefully that Bayern game is more interesting than this PSG game was because barely watched it. If it wasn't for the wall, Messi would have scored. Facts. Messi looked like it would have been nice to see Messi score. It looked obviously in the second half they tried a lot, so I'm not mad at them.
PSG is a different class because that's just the way they play. They're here to win another tournament that they've done really well.
Let them know. Let them know. Not hard to be the most decorated. PSG were just flexing in the second leg. Second half, they subbed Dembele and subbed out Nuno and Hakimi. Yeah, PSG have just got their squad is nasty. And again, by comparison to Inter Miami, I'm telling y'all, are not the best team in MLS even. So they did well. They were only MLS team to win a game in this Club World Cup, which is great. I'm pretty disappointed in LAFC because they definitely could have won a game. Could have won a match. Could have won 2, honestly. Could have definitely beaten Flamengo. But it didn't happen. We're going to see. But Messi haters, don't let this game define anything. We knew this was going to happen. I was actually impressed to see Messi. Messi went and tried to dribble Nuno Mendes, Marquinhos, and somebody in the midfield. Maybe it was João Neves. He had 3 on him. And seeing him just at this age still try to go and be him. Busquets don't have the quick feet he used to, so he's giving the ball in the midfield.
Those are the games that you want to organize and not trying to open up very much because
yeah, good stuff. All right, y'all. It looks like you guys, most of y'all do not think the U.S. is making it out of the World Cup group stage. Without even knowing the groups is crazy in this new 48-team format. That's crazy, man. I'm going to say it right here. You're hearing it from me now first. The U.S. is making it out of the group stage. I'm letting y'all know right now. Where was Messi, Justice said? Messi was there, man. I mean, as much as anybody wearing pink was there. Development focus is greater than revenue focus. Facts. This is the difference between USA and top countries. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got a revenue model. And he's talking about the youth ranks. He's not even talking about the U.S. national team. He's talking about in order to go and play in the U.S., you have to go and pay a bunch of money because, this is a big club. This is a big club who wins. It's a big club with exposure to tournaments. You got to pay for that. Versus, again, everywhere else in the world, the club is going to invest in you. You're not paying anything. If you sign to a club, they're gonna pay for everything because again, one Joe Bellingham, one Birmingham City star, Jude Bellingham, who ends up going to Real Madrid, who ends up going to Dortmund, right? Who gets transferred for what? 20 to 40 million to Dortmund, right? Let me see. How much did Jude get sold from Birmingham? Jude Bellingham transfer market. One player is all it takes for your club to be. Jude Bellingham went to Dortmund from Birmingham for 30 million pounds, bro. 30 million pounds. That will feed at least 4,000 kids who come into the program next. Like that pays for all of their stuff. It's just something the US have to think about in terms of a model, and it's something probably the USL is going to do. Unknown said, you can't expect Messi to dribble past Nuno Mendes, who's in his prime. Yeah, of course. But that's why nobody can expect him to. But that's why I'm impressed that Messi even tried. Messi did do his thing. He cut up some people. He tried to bring out 5 years ago Messi. But yeah, he got cooked. All right, y'all. Look, I'm going to be back on stream in literally less than an hour. So come back. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to schedule up the next live, Flamengo versus Bayern. Tap back in with me. Appreciate this stream. This was a great stream, a good 2 hours of fun watching Inter Miami and Messi and the Barcelona 2010 Retirement League get absolutely smashed by the best team in Europe. Good fun. But let's see a more competitive matchup next game. We got Flamengo versus Bayern. Let's see. Michael Elise, Wesley, and Flamengo. Who else? Who's Pedro up top for Flamengo? They got a squad, man. Felipe Luis's squad is well drilled. We're going to see him. Keys said, I'm going to be waiting. We know Keys is your squad. Honestly, Keys, I might throw on my Flamengo jersey for it. I'm not going to lie. I got no loyalties to the Bavarians. No loyalties. We're going to see. Monterrey got paid 5 or 6 mil. I don't know, but something like that just for a few games. Bro, to make it to this round, you got something like $8 million. Inter Miami got paid. Inter Miami made a grand total of like 11 million for participating in this tournament, winning a game, getting to the knockout stage. Like the money a part of this tournament means something. That's why this tournament means something. We're going to see. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to play my old Champions League intro just to get out. And then hopefully I will catch you guys in about 50 minutes for the Flamengo Bayern stream. Appreciate everybody who tapped in, everybody who tapped into the poll. 67% of y'all ballers out of 18 votes think that the U.S. won't make it out of the group stage. That's crazy. Crazy talk. We'll be back. Keys will be waiting. We'll all be waiting. See you guys soon. Let's play this exit intro, and I will see y'all in 50. Peace. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Matt Marshall. Welcome to the EPB Watch Party.
Precious.